Good morning, guys. Okay, back from my shopping trip. Now, starting to make hot cross buns or starting to do any baking, there are just a few really important rules. And rule number one when you're baking, make yourself a cup of tea. Don't mind if I do. So I'm going to get these hot cross buns on, and the first step is to boil the milk. Get the milk boiled, get the butter in it, and then we can cool it down so we can make the dough. So I brought the milk to the boil. I popped it into a jug to cool it down a bit, and now I melted the butter in boiling milk. So we're just going to leave that now to cool down. We need it hand hot so that we can use it to make the dough. So it's getting near the time now to make the first dough. So I will just show you what we need just for the first dough. I'm making 2 today. So we need the flour. The flour is way there. We've got sugar. The recipe calls for caster sugar. I always use just granulated sugar. It's just something I've always done. 1 egg beaten up. Salt. There's our milk mixture that we did earlier. That's still cooling down with the melted butter in it. The one more thing, and that is the packet of dried yeast. Now, this recipe calls for everything to be put in that bowl and mix the dough. And I always use the strong white bread flour. But what I tend to do, I've had 1 or 2 of these that have failed in the past. So I'm going to mix one of these, when it's cool enough, in with the milk and the butter, so that if it doesn't activate, all you've lost is a bit of butter and a bit of milk, and obviously a packet of this. But it's far easier than chucking everything in that bowl, and if that yeast doesn't activate, you've lost all your ingredients. So this is it. The milk mixture has cooled down enough now, so I'm going to tip a packet of yeast in. I am going to give it a good stir, and then we're going to leave it for 5-10 minutes to make sure it activates, and then we'll go back to it. The packet of yeast is mixed into the milk and the butter. I just put one of these little hair nets on it while it activates. As you can see, there's no activation there yet. You have to make sure that this milk is not too hot, because it'll just kill the yeast instantly. Okay, so we are now ready to make this dough. If you look at this yeast mixture, and you can see all the bubbles in it, and I think you can see the layers there where it has actually activated, so that's good to go. So it's time to pop everything into the flour mixture. First in with the sugar, then in with the salt. In the middle we will put our yeast mixture, which is in, and just one more thing, in with the egg. So we're just going to mix this up with this spoon, lovely pink spoon, and then we're going to get it out onto the worktop, and we're going to knead it. So I think I'll show that being done a little bit faster. So this is great if you want to invest in one of these plastic scrapers. I bought them 3 for a couple of quid, and fantastic for scraping around the bowl. Make sure everything is mixed. So that's our lovely ball of dough made. It's quite nice actually, quite warm, so that should fly. So I'm just going to put a bit of flour in this bowl, pop our dough back in it, cover it with our hairnet. These are from Lakeland. I think you can still buy them, Lakeland, online. And now we're going to leave that for best part of an hour until it doubles in size. So here we go, guys. It is 12:30. As you can see on the worktop, both my doughs are made. So that's the hard work done, really. I've made the doughs. They are proven in their bowls. This is one of the most important stages when you're making stuff with yeast. You're making buns, you're making bread. The proving is crucial. If you rush it and you think, oh, that's had enough time, you ruin it. So I'm going to put these aside for an hour, leave them, have another cup of tea, come back to them later.